Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. This is the first they're seeing of Houston. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
Now here's Cunningham. On the wing, Durant. Over Porter. That doesn't go either for Durant. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Nets. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, we have some plans, Coach said with a smile, but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Down low. Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Here's Kidd. Sinks the 15-footer.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Porter. And stolen by Adebayo. Here's Durant. Here's McGrady. Now Adebayo. He's guarded by Claxton. Basket's good. Adebayo's got his second basket on the night.
And once Bam gets the ball inside, the bucket is almost guaranteed. He's a serious producer in the paint.
Houston leading by 3. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And Brooklyn has possession after Houston's three-pointer on the other end.
A talented shooter like Porter has no trouble with the mid-range. He makes it look almost easy.
Now here's Cunningham. Deflects the pass. Back to Durant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. How prolific a scorer is KD. He and LeBron are the only players ever to score 40 against every team.
That is both incredible and not surprising when you think about it. The ease in which KD puts up huge scoring numbers is nothing like anything we've seen.
And Powell with the stuff.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And Brooklyn with possession here, following the score by Houston. Pass to Clowney. Shot clock at 5. Inside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender. He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
To the left wing. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Pass to Clowney. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
These are his first free throws of the game. Good on both. And Houston has possession. 6-point lead. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And here's Cunningham. No made baskets yet. Adebayo, no good. And it's Williams off the drive. And Williams punches it home.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. 14 feet away, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job.
21.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Brian, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. And stolen by Claxton. Here's Porter. And the shot falls short that time.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Screen by Capella. Cunningham on the take. And Cunningham throws it down.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
Kid with the bucket.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Here's McGrady. 6 points for him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
McGrady, shot is off. Nets trailed by 9. Here's Kidd. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 11. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Outside for Porter. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Kidd. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. And it's now only a 5-point Rocket lead. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Houston leading by 5. Cunningham outside. Outside Durant. Brooklyn with the board. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Powell with it. Pass to Clowney. Eason pulls it in.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the second quarter. And it's Timmon missing. And it's Houston's ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Takes it inside. Can't cash it in from close range.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Houston leading by 7. Now here's Adebayo. Guarded by Sharp. And Adebayo with the 3. Adebayo's got 9.
Early in his career, Adebayo couldn't stretch the floor. That's changed.
Pass to Sharp. And he banks in the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now here's Cunningham. And here's Durant. KD gets a step. Missed inside.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Here's Powell. Eason pulls it in.
Under heavy duress, that's a low percentage shot. Gotta find something better than that.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
It's Sharp on the wing. And that one is hammered home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's McGrady. And he drives in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. The Rockets lead by 8. Uses the glass on the layup. McGrady's got 10 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." BA, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Yep, that one goes. He's got 7.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
McGrady shot is off. Nets trailed by 6. Pass to Claxton. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Kidd. Eason pulls it in. And it's Houston's ball. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Shepard. Now here's Capella to the inside. Thomas with a steal. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. To the paint. Back to Cunningham. Now Durant. 11 points in the game. Here's Dimon. Pass to Sharp. Powell, left side. And they're on the run to win the drought. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Adebayo. Right side Durant. Sharp grabs the miss.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Clowney. It's Powell on the wing. Inside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Keeps it alive. Up again. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
To the middle. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
I just love the ball.
The Rockets trail. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Cunningham. Claxton with the block. To the inside. Clowney can't get it to go. And here's Finney-Smith. Outside Durant. 11 feet out. That shot missing. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of three. Brooklyn out in front, leading by a point. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Brooklyn with possession here. It's a one-point game. Pass to Wolf with his first shot attempt. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Houston working the ball around. Rejected by Claxton. Thomas outside. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Here's Kidd over Cunningham.
Using all of his 7-foot wingspan effectively, Cunningham stays on the shooter.
Knocked away. And now the Nets on the break. And then Porter with the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Durant for three. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
One this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Kidd. Good D by Cunningham. Rockets trail by 3. Down low. Here's Kidd. Thomas outside. Porter looks it over. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, he hits a winning shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And there it is!
Muscling it home. Cam finds a way on that offensive end.
Now Cunningham. Durant inside. Now Adebayo. And no one in the vicinity.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Tipped. They retain possession. He shoots. He knocks down the jumper.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results.
Now Thomas puts one up from 19. Can't get it to go. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Durant. Oh, it misses. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Porter. Ooh, nice setup for the slam.
And Porter Jr. is made for big moments. He doesn't feel any pressure taking big-time shots. He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The Rockets trail. Here's Adebayo. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
And what makes Bam special is his versatility, offensively and defensively. He can do a lot more out there for you than most other guys.
And it's tied up with that one.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
Now Claxton. Here's Kidd. The three is in.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Outside Durant. Now Cunningham. Now Adebayo. Adebayo with the slam.
And talk about coming up clutch. This is why Bam gets the ball in these moments.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Adebayo with a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
Now Porter. Shot's no good. Durant inside. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Porter. Ooh, the three doesn't go. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
It starts to get hazy. Clean out your ears and you open your eye. If you want to hear the music, just come alive. If you don't know how, get ready to learn. Cause Cosmo's taking his turn to burn.
Take a seat and know where to see, then you